Good morning, good day, good afternoon. Happy New Year from Norway. It's the 6th of January and that means it's 12th night. And the weather is absolutely incredible. I mean, it's so much snow over here and I have been shoveling all day and I did it yesterday twice. And then day before twice. So within 3 days I've been shoveling lots and lots and lots of snow for the last 3 days. But just have a look at it.
So I came out. I was going to Oslo. I came out, and it was a big wall in front of my car, and I couldn't get out. So I had to shovel this wall down. But luckily, or should I say, thank God, I live very close to some very nice farmers, and I phoned one of them, and he's coming with his tractor, and he is helping me all the way down to the main road so that I can get out and I can go to Oslo. So I will see you in a bit, but then it will be Oslo.
But of course the reason why it was so important for me to get my car out today was that I was on my way to Oslo, and here I'm standing in front of the palace. It's really nice to be in Oslo, and in January it's not so very cold today. We've had extreme cold weather in both in December and at the very beginning of January, but but now it's only a couple of minus degrees. They say that it will start raining on Monday, but so long it's the beautiful winter, and it's so beautiful. Completely difficult to walk and to drive your car, of course, but it's beautiful and it's charming, and it's the nice weather that makes us here in Norway Norwegians. I'm here this weekend because I'm participating in a conference, a theatre conference. So that's why I just had to come to Oslo now. So I was able to participate in this special occasion with theatre, because what is theatre these days? It's so difficult to get an audience now after the COVID. So theatre is really in a crisis, and we mustn't lose theatre. Theatre is so important for people. Say I, that have been an actor for 40 years, but never mind. I'm very biased here. But I shall show you a bit of Oslo on the other side of where I stand now, so you can have a look of Karl Johans gate, which is the pride in Oslo. Is just like Champs-Élysées. Not so big, but very charming. So look at this. So here we are, and this is Karl Johans gate. And it's just very nice. And this is the castle gardens, they are called, and here is the sculpture of Karl Johan.
His real name was Jean-Baptiste Bernadotte, and he was a French soldier and officer, and became the king of Sweden and later the king of Norway, and that was in 1818, and he died in 1844.
Of course, I was brought up in Oslo, and not very far from here, a bit further north, but this is where I used to play when I was a child, not just here, but in this garden. It was a very nice place for young people, and my father and me and my brother, we used to go out here. My mother was always doing something at home. She was probably making food or redecorating or sewing the clothes for us, because we were not a very rich family, so she was doing all these things. She was an organizer and a mentor for my father, who was an artist and administrator. But when we were out playing, it was with my father and, of course, with my brother, who is 3 years older than I. And this was our playground, in a way. I can see that someone has put their skis on and gone skiing here. And this is what we used to do when I was a child. But of course, this has been impossible for many, many years. And now, today, people are walking, they're skiing this night. And I've seen several students going skiing. And it's such a great time.
Because, of course, first of all, it brings back memories, which is very nice, remembering your own childhood. But as well, because of the climate change, it has been impossible to do things like this at all in the late years. But now, tonight, it's back as usual, or when I grew up in the 50s. And here you can see somebody has been slading as well, and at the exact same place where I used to slade when I was a child. So it's absolutely incredible this night.
And here I show you a sculpture of the first feminist, Camilla Collett. She is standing here in the garden, the castle garden, and she was born in 1813, and in 2013 I made a production, a monologue about her life and her work here in Norway, and that was a great success. And I have played her for almost 10 years. I have stopped now, but that was only a couple of months ago. I am turning 70 in a couple of months' time, so it's about time to stop traveling so much on tour. That is quite strenuous for us who are a bit not so young anymore. But anyway, she was a fantastic woman, and her life was fantastic and special. And here she stands in the cold, because when she was the feminist, she was all alone. There was no women's movement in Norway at that time. She was all alone, and here she stands in the cold. She was born on the 22nd of January, and there she is, standing alone, contemplating of what shall become of us women. It's a fantastic sculpture. It's made by Vigeland, who was at that time one of the most famous and important sculptures in Norway. So it's a tribute. It is really a tribute. And here she is, and here is the castle. So she's very close to the king. Well, I'm saying goodbye and good night to you all. I hope it won't take too long before I make a new vlog. I hope you are well, and if you are lacking winter and snow, well, there is one place to come, and that is Norway. So take care, God bless, and I see you in my next vlog. Bye for now.